it was difficult to get our sales going right off the bat. We had an okay summer, but sales just evaporated that first winter. So I got my dad's fishing bag, his fishing cooler, and loaded it up with little individual sample size of ice cream and went up and down every building in downtown Calgary. I would sell ice cream socials to law firms, oil and gas firms, anybody who would take me. I'd give the ice cream sample to a secretary and she would taste it. She would pass it on, the message on to the powers that be, and maybe a couple weeks later I'd get a gig, and that's what allowed us to survive the first winter. It's hard for me to say from a sales perspective what others should do, because people have such different different businesses, such different sales cycles. But I think on the expense side of the equation, I think a lot of businesses, many different industries start to look a lot alike. I mean, we all have payroll, we all have fixed expenses in the form of rent, and we all have capital expenditures that we need to make. And I think this is a prime opportunity for the executive teams of small and medium and large businesses alike to sit around in a boardroom and start to really strategize about you know, where they're going with their business, what's the 10-year game plan. You know, I also believe that, like, you really have to have the hunger in order to make something like this work, and there's nothing like worrying about how you're going to pay next month's rent to really get you motivated. So I mean, it's a really steep climb starting a small business and a brand from scratch, especially with you're dealing with the general public as your target audience. It's really sometimes very difficult to figure out what it is that they want. So I mean, sometimes you have no choice but to just jump right in and just figure it out as you go along. So I mean, it's a risky business. That's what entrepreneurship is.